buenas a todos. Hoy vamos a tener un invitado muy especial en el canal. Se trata de Keith Oliver, ex piloto de la fórmula Renault y que hoy tiene un coche muy especial para enseñarnos a nosotros. Well, hello Keith, how are you?
Hey Ruben, good to see you again.
Thank you very much for putting some time for us.
No worries, looking forward to it.
So you told me that you have a new motor, so by the way, this looks lovely. So what is this?
So this is the latest Civic Type R, the third version that I've had.
Para. Antes de continuar, hablemos sobre la historia de Honda Type R, una de las más emblemáticas en el mundo del motor, con una larga tradición que ha definido el enfoque de Honda hacia la ingeniería de alto rendimiento. Desde su debut, en los años 90, los modelos Type R han sido sinónimo de coches con un enfoque purista hacia el manejo, combinando motores de altas revoluciones, chasis ligeros y una experiencia de conducción que prioriza la agilidad y la precisión. El Civic Type R se presentó por primera vez en el año 1997, con la versión EK9, y desde entonces se ha mantenido como uno de los modelos más conocidos de la gama Type R, con motores de 1,6 litros, 4 cilindros con 182 caballos. Este modelo fue exclusivamente vendido en Japón en sus primeras versiones, pero rápidamente se convirtió en un referente mundial. Posteriormente, los modelos Civic Type R siguieron evolucionando. El EP3 introdujo un motor de 2 litros de 197 caballos y un enfoque más orientado a la conducción diaria sin perder el carácter deportivo. El FN2, disponible principalmente en Europa, con un motor de 2 litros de 198 caballos, era más práctico y refinado, pero mantuvo la esencia deportiva. El FK2 fue el primer Civic Type R turboalimentado, con un motor de 2 litros turbo de 306 caballos. Un gran salto en términos de rendimiento, que se destacó por sus capacidades en pista, como su impresionante tiempo en el Nürburgring. El FK8 fue una versión aún más refinada del motor turbo de 2 litros, con 306 caballos. Mejoró en aerodinámica, dinámica de manejo y tecnología, convirtiéndose en uno de los hot hatches más completos del mercado. El FL5 es la versión más reciente del Civic Type R y la que nos ocupa hoy. Con esto ya podemos volver al vídeo.
Definitely a car that has matured in styling from the previous version, which was a little bit more pronounced. And yeah, we're going to have a look at this today. We're going to go on a bit of a drive. And
lovely, I love that.
So,
and what is the engine of this car?
So it's 2-litre VTEC turbo, so about 330 horsepower, 420 Newton meters. Still to be explored.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And look, I know that you are an experienced driver. You have past experience driving Formula cars. So, what do you like about this car? Is something that reminds you this kind of driving, of being in a single seater, or what do you think about it?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you know, obviously we're friends. We've known each other a long time. I am a petrol head. And safe to say, I am a die-hard Honda fan, and especially the Type R. So, you know, this technically is a hot hatch, but, you know, as we'll see and feel later today, it feels more GT than a hot hatch. And when you compare to a long time since I was in the single-seater, but the feel of it, you know, even the steering wheel, the direct grip, you know, no play on the wheel, hardly any roll, a lot stiffer than the old car, and yet it's more comfortable to drive. It's magic, absolutely magic.
Probably the question that everyone has, what you did to get an allocation, because I know how difficult it is to get a hand on one of these cars. So was it difficult, or being a owner of 3 of different Honda Type R make it easier?
So it was, when they first came out, every dealership apparently got a single Type R. This is a month old for me. It has become easier to get them, but certainly last year, no chance. But yeah, as you know, we were talking about was I going to get one or not for quite some time. Very pleased I did, and if we have a walk around and see a bit more about the car.
Okay, lovely. So, well, the front, I mean, it looks like really aggressive. It's not as aggressive as previous model,
No,
but it still have this kind of racing on it.
it's still got the racing edge. I mean, specifically, the red Type R badge, Honda, that's the red for racing. You can see it's got a much deeper grille than the previous version, which I've still got parked up at home. The vents and the intakes, so it's moved away from having bolt-on. You can see the wheel arches are actually integral, they're flared, as opposed to just being some additional bits that were stuck on. Proper air intakes here, so hopefully helps
So
for brake
functional air
cooling.
intakes. I love that, right? Because now you have seen so many cars that they have fake ones.
Yeah.
And look, it kind of look good, but it feels
But they don't do
childish, right? I
anything.
mean, like, why you will do that, right? When you can have the real deal.
Indeed, so proper intakes, the flared wheel arches I think make it look super. It is a lot wider than the previous version, but it's got that punchy means business kind of look about it. Wider tyres, got 265s on as opposed to 235s. Lower profile, but again, despite being lower profile and a much stiffer car, it's still a more comfortable ride. Standout red Brembo brakes, which look cool.
I think that
certainly
it
work.
looks lovely, the red of the brakes with the interior. And we will go into that in a minute, but how look this
You wanna
car
look
from
at
the
the
back?
wing.
Yes, I mean that wing, it is beautiful, right? And it really is saying that this car means business.
Yep, and some people laugh at it, and it is actually, it looks great. I think I love, as a wannabe racing driver, I love a wing. It does actually create downforce, and you see as well proper diffuser at the back. So with the wing and the diffuser, creates some amount of downforce. Hasn't been tested yet, and we'll need a track for that. 3 exhausts. The previous version was 4, 2 each side. And again, you can see the wide wheel arches, in general, quite a bit wider, and a longer car, bigger car, roomy inside. And yeah, as I say, I'm a die-hard Civic Type R fan.
Okay, so let's see that interior, right? Because, this is special. I have seen that color combination and it looks gorgeous. Look at that. That red with black, and I have never seen a Type R with that color combination. I must say, I love it.
Yeah, so this has changed quite a bit from the previous version. We'll have to get the previous car on camera sometime in the future. The seats you can see, and the seats for the interior, some of the most comfortable seats that everybody talks about these, and I've got to say, as somebody who's getting older with a bad back, the seats are fantastic. All red. The previous one were red and black. Previous one were black floor mats, but you can see in the footwell the red goes all the way up to the front of the pedals. Also a bit darker, hopefully later on, you can see red interior lighting, red light panel on the door. It just gives it's that reinforcing I'm a Type R.
Love it, love it. So what about doing some driving now, so we can see what this
Sounds
little car
good.
is about?
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
And what do you think about the infotainment system of this car?
It's a good question, and I'll let you know when I actually find out how it all works.
Is one of these that is kind of complicated, or is kind of user-friendly?
I've hardly driven the car. It is quite simple to use. The one thing I mentioned to you a few weeks ago, I still don't know if I can turn off the lane keep assist, and that is the only thing that I would like this car not to do. Is the lane keep assist seems like it is just on and that's it.
It's too intrusive, right?
Yeah, obviously, I think for both of us driving purists and a bit of that control freak, I want it to be my inputs into the steering, but you know, still, it's kind of like first world problem, isn't it? It's not the end of the world.
Well, you can feel straight away how stiff is the suspension, right? So they really have built the damper system to be
really
connected to the road, right?
Yeah, it's stiff, but it's a softer ride than the old version, which kind of makes no sense. But it's stiffer, lower profile tyres, but quieter and drives nicer.
So you will say that's kind of the witchcraft of the Honda engineer, right?
It's the genius, you know, it's described from everything that I've read, researched, and you know, the Japanese mantra is constant improvement, Kaizen or something, I need to look up the word, but nothing is completely new on this. They've just improved everything from the previous versions.
And I mean, let's face it, Honda is one of the most reliable brands in the planet, period,
Incredible,
right?
absolutely incredible.
You cannot compete with them. They have been there for years. They are well known for the reliability. And if you put that on a performance car, that's all you want. Being able to drive the car often without stopping in the garage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But the steering, what I said before when we were outside and starting off today, got the steering in sport mode, and this feels not even GT, it feels almost single-seater style steering.
It feels
so
pointy.
Direct.
It feels pointy.
And the wheel, you know, the thick rim, suede, it just feels, everything about it. Yes, I'm a Honda fan, as you know, but everything, it just feels crisp, sorted. And like I say, this to me feels more like entry-level GT than what you'd describe as a hot hatch.
There is something strange between you and me. Give me some fuel for the fire.
¿Y qué pienso del Honda Civic Type R? A mí me encanta. Es un coche dinámico, ágil, con más de 300 caballos de potencia, lo último en tecnología, y si a eso le sumas que encima es amplio y práctico para el día a día, pues tienes el paquete completo. Solo hay un pero, el precio, más de 62.000 euros. No para todos los bolsillos, y además tiene una competencia dura, con coches como el Mercedes A45 AMG o el Audi S3. Pero si buscas algo radical y te lo puedes permitir, no te lo pienses dos veces y pásate por tu concesionario Honda.